For 23 years, I cooked, cleaned, and stood outside every family photo. When my grandmother died, my mother tried to leave me in the hallway during the will reading, until the lawyer said, no, she stays. Then, he read a letter that made my father's face go white. I almost waited in the hallway. 23 years of habit nearly cost me everything my grandmother left me. My mother's hand was on the door. Her smile was soft, practiced, deadly. Just wait outside, Evelyn. This is family business. Family business. I'd heard that phrase while scrubbing pans at midnight, while missing prom, while microwaving my brother's socks for exactly 15 seconds because 14 made them cold and 16 made them too hot. I knew what family business meant in our house. It meant, you serve, but you don't inherit. I stepped backward toward the hallway. Then the lawyer looked up. Mr. Bellamy. Narrow face, rimless glasses. The kind of calm that doesn't argue. It just wins. No, he said. She stays. My mother laughed. That little social laugh she used when she needed a room to agree with her. I'm sorry? Your mother was very specific. He didn't blink. Evelyn remains. My father uncrossed his legs. Ryan finally put down his phone. My mother's mask flickered. Irritation, then panic, then plastic warmth snapping back into place like a rubber band. I sat down directly across from Bellamy. Nobody made room for me. I didn't ask them to. Bellamy opened the folder and pulled out a sealed envelope. My grandmother's handwriting was on the front. For the room. Read aloud. All of it. He broke the seal. He cleared his throat. And then he read. My grandmother's voice came out of a dead woman's letter and filled that conference room like smoke. She named everything. The chair Evelyn was never allowed to sit in. The birthday dinner where they forgot to set her a place. The college fund that quietly became Ryan's truck payment. The Christmas she woke at 5 in the morning to help season the turkey while Ryan slept until noon and was thanked at the dinner table by name. The Thanksgiving she stood at the stove for 6 hours while her father carved the turkey and her mother said, isn't Evelyn just so helpful? Like helpful was the only thing she was allowed to be. My mother's face went the color of old milk. Ryan shifted in his seat. He looked at his phone like it might save him. It didn't. He put it face down on the table, which was the most honest thing I'd ever seen him do. My father said, this is absurd. His voice cracked on the last word. Bellamy kept reading. Grandma had written it all down. Every slight, every erasure, every Ryan needs it more and girls mature faster and don't make this harder on your mother. She had been watching for years, taking notes, sitting at her kitchen table with her tea going cold, writing down the things no one else bothered to remember, and then she had handed them to a lawyer and said, read this in front of all of them. When Bellamy finished, the room was so quiet I could hear the air conditioner hum. My mother tried first. Mother was very ill toward the end. Her mind, Bellamy said flatly, was sharp enough to execute a legal document witnessed by 3 parties. He set the letter down. Shall we proceed to the estate, the house, the savings, the investment accounts, all of it itemized, all of it real. And then Bellamy said 4 words that made my father's face go white. Please retrieve the ledger. Nobody moved. There is a black ledger, Bellamy continued, reading from his notes, stored beneath the flour bin in the pantry of the family home. Your grandmother requests it be brought to this table before the estate is finalized. Ryan looked at Dad. Dad looked at Mom. Mom looked at her hands. I looked at all 3 of them. And I watched something happen that I had never seen happen in 31 years. My father, Thomas Hart, silver-templed, bank manager voiced, born-wearing authority Thomas Hart, swallowed, hard, like a man who had just remembered something he thought he'd buried deep enough to stay buried. There's no ledger, he said. His voice came out wrong. Too fast, too thin, too careful. Bellamy removed his glasses, set them on the table, looked at my father the way people look at something they've already finished deciding about. Mr. Hart, he said quietly, your mother kept very thorough records. My father's hands were flat on the table now, perfectly still, the way hands go still when they're trying not to shake. The flour bin, whatever was hidden beneath it had just walked into the room without anyone opening a door, and nobody was looking at Ryan anymore. They were all looking at my father, so was I. Full story on the channel linked below.